Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for December 8th, 2021. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 16, and if you add the 1 and the 6 together, you get the number 7. This number 7 asks us to take an honest look at the patterns in our life that we created and continue to do. Look to see if they serve you on all levels. Look to see if they are giving you joy and happiness. Look to see if they function in the way you intended. If they don't, then be willing to work towards a pattern that will give you more joy, more love, more clarity, and more compassion in your life. Life can be way too hard for anyone, especially now in this unpredictable world. Grab as much life as you can and don't let logic or rules get in the way. There is always a way to find a more peaceful connection to your own life. Contentment is connected to appreciation with what is, rather than comparing to what you think you are supposed to be getting. Each of us was gifted an incredible human life. It is up to us to make the most out of it. The astrology today. The moon helps us reach into our future. It is in Aquarius and wants us to be in a hopeful interplay with our potential. It asks us to see that which will bring everyone in our world to a better place and a more peaceful coexistence. Mars and Jupiter square, and while desires might seem grand, the expectations may seem very difficult to achieve. We need to change in order for that dream of a peaceful world can shift. The Sun and Mercury are being in a positive connection with the moon, and it allows our voices to be heard in a more independent way. Remember, honesty is the key, and keeping an open mind. The answers we seek are not yet defined, and so we have to be willing to try new things so we can create this path to a better future. Dreams seem strong, and determining how to make them real can be frustrating, but it is the process to make things real that is so fulfilling. When the right and left brain work together, that will give us the greatest chances for success. The Sun in Uranus will be moving towards a biquintile, and that helps us embrace our uniqueness and shows us that something that seemed impossible just might be possible. And my quote for today: contentment is connection to appreciation with what is, rather than comparing to what you think you are supposed to be getting. And my blog for today. I went on a snorkeling excursion yesterday on a boat where the numbers of people were limited. It was lovely to be on the water. When I was a child through my teenage years, we had a house on Lake Texoma, and the land was owned by Texas Instruments, which was where my father worked. But we could buy a home there, but we just did not own the land, we just owned the house. And my father bought an A-frame for $10,000 back in the 1960s, and that was a deal. We had endless enjoyment out there floating on the lake in those blow-up rafts and water skiing on the lake. We would go there from Memorial Day weekend and get the boat in the water and spend every weekend there until Labor Day weekend. It was our happy place. So now, just getting on the water brings me back to those moments, and I feel young, happy, and fully alive. While the snorkeling was murky and not easy to see, it was still lovely to spend the day in the water with the fish. In the evening, we walked down the beach to a restaurant and had dinner, best dinner yet in the Dominican Republic, and then we walked back on the beach in the darkness. It is so interesting to see the stars in different positions in the sky. We spend a lot of time looking at the stars from our hot tub at our home, and so it is so interesting to see those same stars from another angle. I hope your life includes looking up at the stars. I hope your life helps you love who you are. I wish for each of you a life filled with smiles and tears. I wish for you a journey filled with many more years. Thanks, everyone. Lots of helicopters.